Hey, on my previous video, I do sound like I'm going to stop, and I do not stop. I go, oh, that's about it. And then I get to Michael's email. He had a prep item, and but it's got egghead on the cover, on the thumbnail, and we do get into the programming through the technology. That's how all will become possessed, and that's how the Antichrist is indwelt with Satan. But one thing I forgot to go over, where I didn't finish the thoughts. To me, Trump is going to go down either when he is 28,322 days old. I got into the O2 for Earl and I showed all the murder, but I didn't follow up. When he goes down on that March 18th day, when he's 28,402, and we know in England they have the O2 Arena. The O2 Arena. That's that's their Madison Square Garden in London. It's called the O2. I'm pretty sure it's for like oxygen or something, but when I hear that O2, that O2 is always meant basically murder and Earl's death, which I showed you in the previous video, all the murder codes that were associated with his death, the 79, the 83, the 38. And it was all over the place. Car tags, addresses, zip codes, the date or the day number, which was May 8th, so it was 5 times 8 times 1978. But Trump would be rising. He would be rising. Then on the first day of spring, on 320, he would be 404 days old. This does not jive with the Dark Knight Rises or fit their dark winter verbiage. This would literally have the abomination of desolation on October 2nd, Ring of Fire eclipse, which fits right into the technology because that's when the album Ghost in the Machine came out, October 2nd, which is what the Mark of the Beast is per previous video. And so him going down when there's 404 days in his. Now, 357 is also big, but that's not the first day of spring like this is. The 404 days, when he's 28,404, that's the first day of spring. Died in the winter, rose in the spring. It's too perfect. The dead of winter, the rebirthing of spring, and so forth. Their world, right? And when is he 357 in the days? Now, also, he will be 322 on the 29th. So when we run it to the 29th of this month, he is 28,322. That's a big deal also. So the 322 and the 404 are gigantica. In my Bible, Daniel ends at page 1320, 1320, or 1 May 20th, March 20th. Also known as the first day of spring this coming year. Sometimes it's the 20th, sometimes it's 21st. It's officially this year on 320. And that is on a Wednesday that the book would be opened official, because he would be crowned. So yeah, Trump's birthday to 320, the first day of spring, 404 in the days. If you're playing along at home and you just want to see, like, when is he at 357, which is the amount of verses in the book of Daniel. Holy cow, it's Groundhog Day. 28,357. We got to look at that one too. My Groundhog Day divorce, 86ing the 88. I've shown you all that many times. And there he is, 28, 357, the amount of verses in the book of Daniel. So 404 Revelation, 357 Daniel, total verses in both add up to 761. And my birthday is 7/6/1961, a complete fusion of that. My first address was 404 Lime Street. What was stolen in my second marriage while we were right before we got married? I was staying at her place, and what was stolen from my home by one of the people working in the home who was on drugs? My 357, my graduation pistol, my dad gave me for graduation in high school. So Groundhog Day or spring, those are two gigantic dates. So to marry this video, make sure you also watch Final on the Sedges, because we're going over, I do go over IPEC GOAT, and I think it's important for you to see that. If you already understand the programming through the technology, through the Ghost in the Machine, and we just really, the rest of that video is going over the time frame of jumping from Sagittarius to the GOAT, Capricorn, on the 21st and the 22nd, the sun signs and so forth. How the archer, the bow, and then the goat, IPEC GOAT, Capricorn sign is the sea goat. Anyway, love you.